Hi, hello there. My name is Kayla and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. How are you guys doing? I hope you are all doing well. I have my cup of tea here. The flavor of the day is glazed lemon loaf. This is probably my favorite flavor of tea. If you haven't tried glazed lemon loaf, I would highly recommend it. I'll have it linked in the description box down below. But today's video is going to be my beauty favorites of 2020. This year has been long, it's been horrifying, it's been depressing, but retail therapy was able to make this a little bit less depressing. This video just got really dark. But in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the things that I tried out in 2020 that I absolutely loved, that I've been using consecutively over the last year. And some of these things are a little late to the game. However, I've loved them so much that I thought I would throw them in this video. Just to preface this video, I know some people only mention things that came out in 2020 in their 2020 favorites. However, in this video, some of this stuff did come out a while ago, but this year was my first year trying it. This video is just going to be about all the things that I tried out in 2020 that I have absolutely loved. I'm thinking in January I'll do like an all-time favorite sort of makeup video. This one is just going to be the things that I have tried out this year. And I have everything here from foundation, eyeshadows, highlighters, lip glosses. I also have a few home good items that are honorable mention. So if that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to see what were my favorite products throughout this year, then keep on watching. So first we'll start off with primers. One that I have been using all year round and I just tried out earlier this year is the Touch in Sol No Poreblem Face Primer. This stuff is so good. I believe you can get it on Amazon for around $15. It has 1 fluid ounce in it, and this stuff does a great job at blurring your pores, filling them in, making you look nice and smooth. This is what I have on under my foundation today. Very lightweight. It's not heavy. It's not sticky. It's really good, and if you haven't tried this out and you have oily skin or if you have texture on your face, I would highly recommend this. Now, a primer that is a little bit opposite of that one is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip primer. So this primer is a little late to the game. I tried this out about a month, 2 months ago, and this primer has been super hyped up the past 2 years just about, and I only put this on the surrounding areas of my face. The Touch in Sol one I put right in my T-zone and on my chin. This I'll use on my forehead and where my cheeks are, but this does a great job at just locking your foundation in, making it really stick to your face. I have this on my face today and it's very lightweight. It does have that sort of sticky property to it, which really helps gravitate your foundation and make it stay on, if that makes sense. This is great. I use these with one another. I put this one on my T-zone, this one everywhere else, and it's been a great combination and I've really enjoyed it. Okay, so next up here we have a foundation, and this foundation has probably been one of the best foundations I have ever tried out in my entire life. It is just, it's that good. This is the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. This is a little expensive. It retails in the $45 price range. However, you get 1.5 fluid ounces with it, and this is just so lightweight yet so full coverage, so smoothing. I have it on my face right now. I've been using this for the past 3 months just about, and I've tried out many foundations this year. I've tried out the Too Faced Born This Way Matte as well as the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this NARS Soft Matte one, I gotta say, it blows these two out of the water. I have tried going back to these after using this NARS Soft Matte one, and they're just not as good. These are a little heavier. They're not as smoothing as this one. These are full coverage and they are mattifying. However, I find this one just a little bit more full coverage and more mattifying, and I have a very extremely oily skin. I'm just an oily, greasy person, but this one does a great job at minimizing my oils, at keeping my face matte all day, and I would say, in my humble opinion, this is worth the $45 price tag. If you have very greasy, oily skin and you want something that's full coverage yet lightweight and super mattifying, I would highly recommend this to you. When I run out of this, I'm gonna be purchasing it again. It's just that good and I really enjoy it. I don't know if I can go back to anything else after using this, so be aware of that. But this is probably one of the best products I've tried out this year, and I'm really happy I was able to get it. Try it out, it's that good. So a foundation that I have that is pretty similar to this one that I've also tried out this year is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This one is way more affordable than the NARS one. This is in the like $10 to $12 price range, and it has the same sort of consistency that the NARS Soft Matte one does. It's very lightweight, it's full coverage, and it is mattifying. However, the NARS one is just a little bit more. This one is not bad at all. Honestly, after trying out this one, I would rather use the Catrice one than the Too Faced or the Estee Lauder, just because it is more lightweight than these ones and it does a great job at smoothing out my skin. This one is really good, and if you're considering purchasing the NARS Soft Matte and haven't tried out the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage, I would highly suggest trying out this one because they are pretty similar when it comes to consistency and the way they mattify the skin. Like I said, the NARS one is just a little bit more mattifying, hair more full coverage. They are pretty similar and I've really enjoyed using these. Okay, so I guess I'm just doing this video in the sort of order that I would typically do my face. So after foundation, a concealer that I was really surprised that I enjoyed is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have oily skin. When I hear the word hydrating or hydro, I get a little scared. However, this concealer was super hyped up. I have it on my face today and I really enjoy it. Very full coverage. When it comes to blending it out though, you have to be a little quick in order to blend it out, or else it will sit there and it won't move. So if you haven't tried this out, I would recommend just being aware that you have to buff it out very quickly, but it is really good. I really enjoy it. It's only like $6. Can you beat that for a full coverage concealer? But I was super surprised by this and I really enjoyed it. Alright, so a face powder that I have been using for the past month and a half. This one's a little late, but I gotta say I'm a little heated that I didn't try it earlier. This is the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. I mentioned this in my last video, but there's just something about this that I really enjoy. It is silky smooth, super fine. It doesn't like sink into my fine lines around my eyes, and it is milled like super fine, and I really enjoy it. I mean, it's a setting powder, but I like it. Alright, moving on to blushes. I have 3 really high-end ones. However, I have just loved them, and this is a secret I cannot hold back from you. The 2 blushes that I've been using the most this year have been the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duos. I have these in the shade Pink Dahlia and Soft Peach. Soft Peach has basically been my go-to blush for the past year. It's just so beautiful. I know these have been incredibly hyped up throughout the past year, 2 years, but believe the hype when it comes to these. I think these retail for the $38 price range, but you're getting a blush and a highlighter sort of thing. What I typically do is I take my brush and I do half of the matte and half of the shimmer, and that's what I do. But I really loved these. Very good, very pigmented, however they are still forgiving, very easy to work with, and if you haven't tried these out, I would highly recommend them. Okay, so next up is a blush that I got in the mail a week ago, so I don't even know if this blush should qualify for this video, seeing as I've only had it for a week, but the way this blush makes me feel. You know, this is the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment Blush in the shade She Is Sincere. And this is just so gorgeous. This is what I have on my face today. Just like the Cover FX one, it is very pigmented, but very forgiving, very easy to blend out and build up. This is just so beautiful. I love the packaging. I love the color of it. And it's only been here for a week, but it has seen a lot of love. And I just wanted to mention it to you. I'm already getting worked up. Alright, so a more affordable blush that I've really enjoyed this year is the Colourpop Pressed Powder Cheek Blush in the shade Crossroads. This is almost like a dark peachy pink color. It is one of their matte blushes with glitter in it, so therefore I guess it makes it a shimmer, if that makes sense. This very pretty blush, very pigmented, easy to blend out. I really enjoy it. I don't really have a blush like this in my collection, and I have given this one much love throughout this year. And if you're looking for a good peachy yet shimmery blush that is affordable, Colourpop Crossroads is fantastic. Alright, so now we are moving on to highlighters. The most notable one I have tried out this year is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. This thing is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure it's just totally blinding you right now and the camera is not picking it up at all because it is just that blinding. Plain and simple. It's gorgeous and it has seen a lot of love this year. It is the perfect silvery light gold color. It doesn't have like a whole lot of sparkle to it. It's more or less just straight shimmer, if that makes sense. It doesn't have like glitter in it. Yeah, it doesn't have glitter in it. But I've really enjoyed this. This is another product that probably everyone has hyped up, but yet again, believe the hype. It's amazing. Another highlighter that I tried out this year that I was really surprised that I enjoyed is the Ofra X Nikki Tutorials Glow Goals highlighter. This one I actually got in an Ipsy Glam bag, and based on the shade of it, I didn't think it would be good for me. I didn't think it'd be good for my skin tone. However, it is what I have on my face today, and it is just absolutely beautiful. I think this would be universally flattering on almost anyone. It just gives me almost a natural glow, if that makes sense. It's not silver, it's not white, it's just like a nice sort of champagne-y color, and therefore it looks almost natural on my skin. However, it is a little blinding. We have a little bit of bling bling in the house, but I really enjoyed this and I'm happy I got this in my Ipsy Glam bag. I didn't think I would like it, but boy was I wrong. Okay, so next up we are moving on to eyeshadows, and unfortunately I have a ton of them. I am an eyeshadow hoarder, but first I'm going to start with the newer ones that I've tried out that I've really enjoyed, and these are the ones that I just recently got like last week, and this is the Viseart Neutral Matte Palette. I don't think I have to say any more. Viseart eyeshadows are just great. They're very expensive, so I would hope they're great, and I've really enjoyed this one. I've also been trying out the Huda Beauty Bento Box. The one I have here is in the shade Flavor Glowing Guava. I've used this a few times and I've really enjoyed it. My favorite shade in here is the shimmer shade. It doesn't have a name, but this is fantastic. Now I'm planning on getting more of these little Huda Beauty Bento boxes. If you're just getting into makeup and don't want like a whole bunch of eyeshadows that are like super overwhelming, you can create a whole look with just these 3 shades, and that's what I really like the most about this, is that it's really simple, really easy to use. You have 3 shades in here, they're cohesive, and you can create a beautiful eye look with just this little stack. Next up, I have this Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. I really love this. I've only been using it for about a week, but the shimmer shades in here are fantastic. The matte shades as well. I had to throw it in here because I couldn't lie to y'all about my love for this little thing. Some drugstore eyeshadows that I've been really liking that are a little late to the game are the e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadows. You get 4 shades in here, just like with the Huda Beauty Bento Box. If you're just getting into makeup, or if you just want little eyeshadow palettes to try out that aren't like super overwhelming but create very beautiful cohesive looks, I would highly recommend these e.l.f. bite-size palettes. They're only $3. I have the shades Cream and Sugar, Berry Bad, and Pumpkin pumpkin pie. They work very well. They're very pigmented. They blend out super easily. Now moving on to eyeshadow palettes that I've been really enjoying throughout this year. I'm going to go through the higher end ones first. The first one I have here is the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsession palette. This is gorgeous. This is just all the warm tone neutrals I could need in my life. This contains 9 shades. It's small, it's compact, it's travel friendly, and you have a yellow, oranges, pinks in here, shimmers. The looks you can create with this little palette are just endless. It's very travel friendly and it includes a mirror, and I've been really loving it. I think this is great. One that I received in my boxycharm, and it is what I currently have on my eyes today. This is the Natasha Denona Peak palette. I love this palette. I really do. There's just something about the Natasha Denona matte shades that are just so incredible, so easy to work with, so easy to blend out, and this has become like a top tier favorite. And this is the palette that inspired me to pick up the mini nude palette, and I've been enjoying this the past several months, and I had to mention it. Now some more affordable palettes that I've been using all year long. First we have Colourpop. One palette that I was super surprised that I really enjoy is the Colourpop That's Taupe palette. I don't often go for more cool tone brown shades, but when I'm in the mood, this palette fulfills those desires. It is just so beautiful. The shimmer shades in here are incredible. I still jump to this palette to use the shade Slated, this really gorgeous silver shimmer shade. It's a great palette if you're looking for an affordable cool toned eyeshadow palette. The Colourpop That's Taupe is incredible. Another Colourpop eyeshadow palette that I really adore is the At For a Sight palette in collaboration with Raw Beauty Christie. The shades in here are just so rich and nutritious, if that makes sense. These shades in here I feel like just would be flattering on anybody and everybody. I think they would look so good on everybody's skin tones. I really enjoy that this palette is inclusive. I really enjoy the theme of this. The colors are beautiful and I think they would just look flattering on everybody. And thank you, Christy, for creating this palette for us. Another super affordable palette that I have really enjoyed is the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette. I reviewed this on my channel a few months ago, and the shades in this palette are just gorgeous. They're basic warm tone brown shade, and that is just what I gravitate towards. They're pigmented, they blend out super well, and if you're just getting into makeup and you want to get into some warm tone browns, this Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette is incredible. I really enjoy using it. Are there better eyeshadows out there than this palette? Yes. Is this palette super affordable and easy to use? Yes. Alright, so as for lip products, I haven't really tried out anything new regarding the lips that has been super groundbreaking for me. However, one thing that I've really enjoyed is the Raw Beauty Christie Luxe Gloss. This is in the shade Glacier. I have this on my lips today. This is just a nice, super sparkly lip gloss. It feels comfortable on your lips. It smells great. It smells so good. It's a clear gloss with glitter and I like it. Okay, so I think that concludes the makeup segment of this video. I do have 3 home good items that I thought I would just share with you in this video, and the first one is something that we should all have right now, and that is hand sanitizer, specifically the Bath & Body Works antibacterial hand sanitizer in the scent White Tea and Sage. This scent smells so good. I purchased a whole bunch of these little Bath & Body Works spray hand sanitizers, and White Tea and Sage is just my favorite scent of them all. I do also really like the lavender one. However, the White Tea and Sage is just my favorite. I really like that it's a spray hand sanitizer. I feel like that just makes it a little bit easier. Now I have 2 candles. I enjoy candles that are more on the dessert vanilla sweet sort of side of the spectrum. So the first one I have here that is completely gone is the sugared snickerdoodle. This smells incredible. It smells like vanilla. It smells like a vanilla cinnamony sort of cookie. It is so good. If you haven't tried this out and you really like sweet smells, this one is great. It fills up the room. I enjoy it. That's why it's all gone. Another one that I really enjoy as well is one that is limited to only the winter season, and that is Mary Cookie. This one is similar to Sugared Snickerdoodle, however, this one just sort of has a more sort of a true cookie dough sort of smell to it. Yeah, it smells like straight up vanilla cookie dough, and I love that about it. I love candles, so I thought I would throw these in this video because it would be a crime not to share my love for these candles with you. Alright, you guys, that is it. That is it for my 2020 beauty favorites. I was considering doing a 2020 least favorite video, however, there is just not a whole lot of things that I was super unimpressed by. Luckily, most of the things I've tried out in 2020 have been fantastic and I've really enjoyed them. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure and give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Everything that I have on my face will be listed in the description box down below, as well as all of my social medias. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried out any of these things, if you really enjoyed them. If you didn't, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Remember, we're still in the middle of a global pandemic. Wash your hands, wear a mask, stay safe out there. Happy holidays, and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells